face adversity. We're meant to walk uphill. We are meant to chase after whatever it is with something in our way. We are meant to be able to face a challenge and fight it accordingly, depending on however it is. This is the human conquest of more, of progress, of creation, of expressing our needs and wants and desires to the world by chasing after what's rightful, by doing what's hard, by making progress in uncommon ways. You see, it is our inability to see this as one of the driving factors of humans that really cause us much discomfort, or should I say avoidance of discomfort, to where we don't make as much progress as we could or that we should in certain situations because we're avoidant of the pain, of the struggling, when really we should face it wholeheartedly and reflect on it from a place of peace and of completion, understanding that these issues, these challenges that we face are what make us us. They're what make humans human. But nowadays, so much of our efforts so much of our energy and efforts go towards feeling bad about our issues. They go towards stressing. You see, this becomes a way of life for many people. Instead of having the habit of facing their issues with the right state of mind, with the right amount of responsibility, it's this issue is your fault and that person's fault and this person's fault because life is just kind of hard. Why is all this coming at once? Of course these things are happening to me. Instead of, this is all a gift. This is all abundance. I am here for these reasons. Like, this is all happening for me. We're conditioned to believe that adversity isn't good for us. Now, of course, it may not feel like it at the time. It never does. It never feels good for you, right? When you're in those painful moments, those moments of like you're scared, you're in pain, you're feeling pain, you're aggravated, you're angry, you have immense negative emotions for something going on. Right? It takes time to be able to reframe that into the concept of this is happening for me, especially depending on the severity of it, especially how young you are, maybe how old you are, whatever your situation looks like. But the biggest thing is that reflection point. It's just that idea afterwards that says, what really happened here? What was really going on? Why did this happen? Why did this come into my life? Did I attract this myself? What can I learn from this? Because there's always something to be learned. I've said it before, the mindset of win or learn. I either win or I learn. Are you going to learn from this? If you don't win, are you going to learn? Or are you just kind of going to suffer for no reason? You're just going to take a loss. Our reflection and our understanding of the issue that we're having and why it's in our life, this is what helps us process it and understand it for what it really is. And it is so naturally human to be able to do this, to be able to understand the position of one in an issue and in a situation, to understand why they're there, what's coming from it, what came to because of something we're doing or something somebody else is doing. How can I take responsibility in a way that helps me make my way through the issue productively and progressively? How can I reflect on this in a way that actually shows me the light in the situation, that helps me understand why it happened to me? If we're unable to do this, which many people are, we're conditioned to not do it. We're conditioned and we learn to avoid these responsibilities. This will lead to a majorly unfocused life where it takes time to get on track. It takes a lot of time to get on track to begin with. But when you're constantly avoiding the responsibility of issues, the farther you get away from that, the more pain you experience because of the avoidance, and the less you don't make as much progress because you're not progressing from the right point. Right? we must be able to take things as they really are and reflect on them in a way that really truly helps us, in a way that truly helps us progress and make it to a different destination, rather than just remain in pain and not be anything more. You see, it's up to us. It's up to us to be more. It's up to us to make the decision, to have more, to try new things and reflect on them in different ways. You see, so much of my process early on, I felt out of place. I felt the need to avoid adversity. I had all these different reasons, all these different scared pieces of me that were afraid to do something more for myself, that were afraid to get out of my comfort zone. It wasn't until I realized that getting out of my comfort zone, being a part of adversity and fighting it and being whatever I could in my best own way, that's what made me me. That's what has made me progress in my own way. That is the process of realization of who you really are. It's a rite of passage as a man, as a being in this universe. I mean, as mankind, right? If we don't face issues and problems and adversity, we don't know who we really are. We don't have a true sight of ourselves in these situations. We're kind of just moving along the path in whatever way feels good. And that's not sustainable for a meaningful life. So, guys, make the decision today to be how you should be for human's sake, for your life's sake, for your family's sake. Take the responsibility head on and understand how you can make it better. How this adversity is meant to shape you and form you to someone who is rightfully in their own existence. Rightfully in their own existence, rather than feeling out of place and not being appreciative of the process and the progress that you're making. I love you guys. Leave a comment, like below. Join the Discord. We're going to be getting some chatting going on in there. Good community action. I love you guys. Let's have an amazing day. Let's have an amazing week, rest of our life. Let's go, guys. Let's do it.